Hey, good morning. So we finally had our 0.0.8.3 update for No One Survived. There are new additions, bug fixes, optimizations. I'm going to go over the things that I've tested and I know work. So the first thing on the list of new additions is added map zoom functionality. You can zoom in and out of the map using the mouse wheel to adjust the position, and you can move the map by using the right or the left mouse button. So you can only zoom in so far, but you can see now here, you can see the plane crash up there on the map. You can see the plane crash down here on the map. And then to zoom out, you scroll forward, and to zoom in, you scroll towards you. So that's curious. We also have another thing that kind of threw me for a loop. If you hold Alt and move your mouse, your character will just stand there and you can look around. And then if you let go of Alt, it goes back to the starting position. So that works. The next thing doesn't. Offline message processing for territory desk request. Messages received while offline can now be processed when logging you back in. No need for both players to be online at the same time. So this one refers to these safe zone tables. So I've tried this out in regular join host multiplayer and with a private server. I bought a private server for 3 days for $1.83 just to see if it made any difference, and it does not. These don't work. The UI is weird. What happens is other people that are in the server, their names will show up here and they can apply to join. But only you can access your safe zone table. So they can't actually apply to join yours. They can ask you, and then you can click apply to join, but it doesn't work. And also, I'm able to just easily destroy anybody else's safe zone table with my building hammer, just the way as same way as I destroyed that one. Another thing is, I went to all of D4. I went to this industrial place in C4. I also went to this industrial place in B2. And I did not find any of the next one. Added fixed tire spawn points in areas such as farms, military bases, and factories, making it easier for players to acquire armored off-road tires. So I figured tires, industrial places, super easy to find normally. I went to all those, nothing. I went to this farm in C4. I also went to the farm in B3, and I found no fixed armored or off-road tires anywhere. And I'm assuming fixed is referring to loot, little bits on the ground. So those weren't there. And then I guess I should say I also checked all of the airfield, and there was no tires. I checked in boxes, but I mean, I would, if they put it in the loot table, then I know that's RNG. That's not a fixed spawn point. So I don't think that exists in the game right now. Or maybe it's something that needs to be refreshed. I'm not sure. But I went to, I mean, I'm down here. I went all the way over here to the edge of this map. If new loot was going to be there, I was far enough away for it to spawn in. So I don't think that's working. Added more loot varieties from killing zombies and bandits. I killed like 60 zombies along the way. I only got fabric, pathogen, teeth, no useful item. I don't think that I got any rotten food. So I wonder if they removed that. I did kill some bandits. I killed some bandits up here in B2, right here. Here, I'll zoom in and show you. I can do that now. There's a bandit camp right here and like a little farm place. So I killed these bandits and they dropped the usual. I got like fire axe, some steel weapons. I got ammo, I got gun oil, I got car parts. I also got some antipyretic and some adrenaline. So they now drop medicinal items, which is kind of cool. The next one on the list is added descriptions for functional building blueprints to help players better understand how to use them. So some of the structure pieces now have some descriptions. Most of the wood ones do. Some of the concrete building pieces do have it. Foundation is made of cement, which looks strong and can hold a considerable amount of weight. And then we have things like this, the wooden floor. The note says squeeze on it. So I'm not exactly sure what they meant by that. Beam, short beams that can bear the weight. Fences, we now have can prevent falling and increase safety. Stairs made of wood, and then stair railings can prevent falling and increase safety. The glass pieces and some of the stone pieces don't have, not all of them have a description, which is curious. I would have thought that these doors would have had some kind of description maybe added, but no. One of the other things we have is some extra changes in the NPC Control Center description. It tells you that when you own this building, a hostage NPC will appear in the Raiders camp. And then these all kind of say the same thing. This will increase productivity. This will fail if too far from the management center. I guess one of the things we also have seen is an Alt-Shift-O admin menu. We have replenish all stats. And we have weapon mods, spawn car, and spawn bike. These have been shortened just to make the UI appearance a little bit better in here. It's still a little off, but what are you going to do? Let's see. The next one I really like, and I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy it. It is added functional descriptions for road signs. So I first was driving around the map looking to see if there were going to be like better road signs that didn't say like mine shop and farm and port. These are road signs. So if I make one of these and I add something to it, like say fishing hut. Let me get a little ways away from it. I'll go stand over here by this Jeep and I'll show you. Also, it's day 9 of spring. This is the second storm that I've had in all of spring so far while I've been testing. I'm on day 9. I'm going to replenish my stats, and I'm going to get some sunshine. Okay, so, road sign. Oh my goodness, let me zoom in. Here, fishing hut. I've hovered over it. Fishing hut. That's a good one, isn't it? Added functional descriptions for road signs. That is functional, and it works. The next one is added visual indicators for battery pack connections to display connected items. I'm not sure why this is necessary. You can see where it's connected in the main interface. So if this is connected to battery power 01 and these are connected to power 02, I would know just by looking at them. Let me see. So you should be able to see the wires here. We've got one connected to the generator, one to the cooking station, one to the fridge, and one to the freezer. It's a little bizarre. Oh, you can't really see them that way. Here, how about this? You can kind of see them up over here. I guess that might be the best view. They come out of this part. Yeah. So there's wires, but they don't show up when you're not in the UI of the battery table for whatever reason. I don't know who asked for that. Okay, so the next items on the list are all optimization. The first one is reduce the jump height of regular zombies in groups, but their jump height remains unchanged during zombie attacks. So while I was up in B2 at the industrial center, I fought some zombies, made them jump, and then I spawned in a horde. Okay, that was definitely reduced. Yeah, they're still jumping pretty high. Whoa, that one leaped. I think this one works. I think that they've definitely reduced the jump height. The next one that we have is something that I think I'm going to have to go and show you. And I've seen people talk about this too. The number of animals in the map does seem to be smaller. Like when I go near wolves, it's like 2 or 3 versus 8 or 9 like there used to be. So it's optimized the effect of vehicles colliding with animals. Vehicles that collide with animals other than bears while driving will not be stopped. After the animal dies, the Dala effect will be increased. So I'm going to go down here to the intersection at F4 where there's wolves. And we'll see if we can try and hit some with the vehicle. Let's find one. There's one. Here's another one. So it's a little less stiff. It's not like you hit a taxidermied wolf. It has a little bit more give in it, I'd say. So at 5 miles per hour, it takes him out. So the next optimization on the list is that I can easily show is going to be optimize foundation coverage over vegetation. So that means that these are now going to hide vegetation. So before that would have poked right through. I mean, look at the height. It would have poked right through, but now it just, look, it disappears even as I place it there. Gone. So that's not going to work for things like these trees. You're still going to have to remove it. So, good save lag there. So obviously these are poking through the foundations, but I can manually remove them. They don't count as vegetation. This is a tree that spawns. It's basically loot on the map. But they're gone and they're not going to grow back there, is what they're saying. So that seems to work as well. I guess there was some kind of issue with the range of the axe in first person, because that's one of the optimizations. Improved first person axe attack range by increasing the distance. So still seems like you have to be pretty close. Like I tested this out originally on a tree and then came out of, like, see, you'd think I'd be able to hit that, but I have to be like, yeah, I have to be pretty close. Look, that's pretty close. That's too close for a zombie. See, make it touch. So he's slower. Right here, I should be able to hit him, right? But he can hit me also. Just not ideal. The next item I talked about briefly, adjusted storm and rain frequency in spring and summer, reducing the chance of any rainy weather during the wet season. So, in this spring, it's 10 days. I've only had 2 storms, 2 bits of rain, and you saw one of them so far. So hopefully we'll get into summer in this video and can show you what the summer storms are like. The next item, I might as well stop here and start working on it. That's fine, let me out. So I'm gonna try and get some damage to this car. I took off the armor, so my engine is vulnerable, and as you can see, the health of it is already moving down. If we can get another zombie over here, that'd be great. It should be any second now. Yep. So, I've taken about 20 damage to my health. And I was ejected from the vehicle. Everything's destroyed. And I didn't have anything in the back. That's my fault, but anything in the back should have been in there. But I was able to test that, and it is true. All of your items in the back will be untouched. So, excuse me, adjusted vehicle engine explosions. Instead of instantly killing players, engine explosions now reduce part of the player's health and force them out of the vehicle. So the next one on the list, adjusted the duration for cold and fever conditions. I don't know what the heck that means. But I'm thinking that it broke the hypothermia and heat stroke systems in a sense. I don't think that they work like how you're protected from heat up into a certain temperature when you're wearing like warmer clothing like this. I don't think that it does what it's supposed to do anymore. The other thing on the list here that is kind of curious is adjusted zombie refresh issue. It takes a fixed amount of time for a player to generate zombies after clearing an area. Cancel the setting of refreshing at least one zombie. So this was something a lot of people were upset about is, say I go to this gas station, I clear it out, I take all the loot back to my car right here, I turn around, and instantly there's another zombie there, right? That's how it's always been. You clear it out, you loot, blah blah blah, you walk away, you turn around, there's another zombie. It's just always been like that. So supposedly it's going to be different. Before it seemed like the amount of time and the distance is what mattered to make zombies to respawn at a POI, but now it should be a set amount of time. It's curious that a fixed amount of time was not told to us. What is the fixed amount of time? Is it 10 minutes? Is it 15 minutes? Is it 20 minutes? Is it one in-game day? What is it? You know? The next item on the list of optimizations is adjusted the Jeep screen to prevent it from always staying lit. So it doesn't seem like it lights up at all anymore. So I have a Jeep here, and you can see the screen. It's not like bright as can be, and it doesn't seem like it's lit up very much in the vehicle. So I think that's fine. And when you hover over it, E to use just puts you out of the vehicle, that's all. It'd be cool if you could interact with that, wouldn't it? The next thing on list of optimizations, optimize the impact of engines and tires on vehicle performance, recalibrating different vehicle models with performance adjustments such as max horsepower, torque, and acceleration time. So earlier today, I was testing things out with and without armor, with the speed up device, the fuel filter, and the regular engines. I have them in here. I put the regular engine in beauty because I was curious. So I can get this Jeep with the speed up device, I think, to 43, and it takes a little while for it to get up there. So its top speed is, or was, 43. Who knows if it'll be different. 43, 44 maybe? And it does stop better. Now if I change this one out for the fuel filter, we should be going 35 miles per hour. So let's do that. I'll show you. And then with the ordinary engine, it was like 31, I think. Yeah, 34, 35, there we go. So these engines do make a difference now. And I think that one of the side effects of this optimization is some people have logged into their game saves and none of their vehicles have been there. Now I've spawned all of these in. I've not fixed a single one. And it doesn't seem to make a difference. I've spawned new ones in too. And they've still always been here. But other people are experiencing the loss of their vehicles and everything else in them when they log in right now. So be aware of that. The next one is improved the bicycle's acceleration and steering. So I've always felt like this BMX bike is the better of the two. The steering is a little better. Obviously, with a BMX bike, you can turn the handlebars 360 degrees. So there's no reason why I can't easily make a sharp turn around this bike. But you kind of have to like stop it and turn it. This one, I still think is crap. Here, I'll go and try and turn around. Yeah, so that's not fixed. But that one's an easy one to show that it's not. The next one is fun. Let me show you. Fixed. Oh, this is bug fixes. My bad. So we're getting into bug fixes now. First one, fixed an issue where armored vehicles will get stuck on barriers. Here's barrier. Let's see. Am I stuck on a barrier? Yes. I'm supposed to be able to drive over it. Let's go see if we can unstuck that one. Nope, now I've got a beauty stuck in a beauty. Oh. I'm inside of the back seat. I have a tire in my head. I am surely dead. So not only are the NPCs that ain't it. Not only are the APCs still getting stuck on the guardrails, but I can still get the APC stuck on the APC while stuck on the guardrail. So that's pretty cool, I think. There's one for the scrapbook. Next bug fix. Fix the issue where arrows shot into the railway could not be retrieved. So I was curious about this one. I've never had this problem. I don't think I've fought much on the railways before. With arrows, most of the time if I'm in the railways and there's fences on either side of me, then I'm going to go melee. But we could look at this one real quick. It seems pretty simple. Let me grab my bow. So, at first I thought, well, if I shoot into there, over there, right here, I should be able to find my arrows and retrieve them. So I've got three steel arrows on me right now. Let's remember that. It says I got that one back. It says I got that one back. It says I got that one back. I have 6. Okay, perfect. So now if we shoot into the railway, let's shoot straight up and down 1, 2. So I'm able to get this one. And I'm able to get these ones. But if you shoot to where the angle of the arrow is so horizontal, there's a point where you can't access it anymore. So I'm crouched. You can see that one's very low to the ground. I'm not able to access that arrow anymore. So I guess that was the issue, and it still is the issue. I didn't know that was an issue, but it's not fixed as far as I can tell. Next item on the bug fix is with the chainsaw. Fix third-person chainsaw animation twisting. So I thought that meant that they changed the sound of the chainsaw, but it still seems to be the same gas-powered one. And the animation looks decent, I think, for a chainsaw. That looks right, don't you think? Let's see. That's the problem there, though, is because I had the bow in my hands, and I used the bow first. When I go into first person and out of first person, it puts that arrow there. So let me put the bow back. We'll take the bow. We'll put an arrow in there. We'll take the bow out of my hands. Put the chainsaw back in there. Let's take out the chainsaw. See, no arrow. But when I go into first person and I come out of first person, there it is. Locked and loaded, baby. And it also still sounds like a gas one. It still does last a little while. A lot longer than it used to, and it still takes 10 batteries to charge it all the way. The next one is pretty simple. Let me fire a couple shots off. So I'm gonna reload in third person. I'm gonna switch to first person. Reloading stops. I'm gonna reload in first person, switch to third person, it stops. Before, it would just continuously reload, get stuck in the animation, and not actually reload anything. So that is a bug that is fixed. The next one, I've been trying my hardest, because normally I get stuck all the time climbing on stuff, and I'm forever falling. So that was what this one is Fixed an issue where climbing animations could be interrupted by various factors. So, I want to let me climb this one. There we go. So, I would climb up, jump down, climb up, jump down, climb up, jump down repeatedly. I haven't been able to get that to happen. I've tried a couple of places. I've tried on the cement guardrails. I've tried on rocks. I've tried on debris. I've tried on building pieces and different POIs, and I haven't been able to get it to work. So I think that appears to be fixed. So the last order of business is going to be checking out summer storms. Good morning, it's officially summer. Okay. So, when did we get our first summer storm? Normally, you know it's summer when you get that first summer storm. It's normally about midday. I'm gonna make sure my stats are in order so I don't get anything crazy while we're sleeping. We're gonna go 4 hours, or we'll go 5. There we go. We've got a storm. Normally, before and after a summer rainstorm, you have a storm, like a sandstorm. So we'll wait for that and see what happens. Here we go. We've got a foggy summer storm type thing happening here. Wow, look at the fog. You can barely see the horde base over there. This foggy summer storm might actually be worse than the other ones. At least it's not as loud. I don't remember having this type of weather really in the summer. Alright. So that was definitely a change. They've done something to it. We'll just have to play over the course of a couple days in summer. I'm almost in summer in my Season 5 regular gameplay. So we should get to see what happens with that now. See, it's starting to see the texture of the weather happening now. Maybe we'll get the wind also. Because the howling wind of the summer storm and all the ash and dust, the dust storm was so loud. And it would last for so long. Anywho, that is the 0.0.8.3 update. A lot of things aren't consistent from one person to the next, which is confusing for me. A lot of things were added that works. A lot of things are hard to test. Most of the things that I've done and shown you is either what I've been able to recreate or what I've been able to just prove works. A lot of more vehicle testing is probably going to have to be done, unfortunately, because there's some weird things happening. I get different results with the APC than McDaggart does, and the Jeep, I think, as well. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to leave this one here. I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.